Good day, and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. So, in my previous video, I talked about my favorite casual way of leveling elts in World of Warcraft Dragonflight right now, and I wanted to do kind of a follow up where I discussed basically if it's still worth your time to use dungeons as a way to level up. So in that video, we gained approximately 87,000 EXP in the space of 15 minutes. And that was just through very casually, basically playing the game. In this video, we're going to be under the same conditions. So full double EXP buff from being rested. We're going to do a dungeon. Now, a dungeon gives an EXP bonus at the end. It also gives the EXP bonus from being a random dungeon. And it gives a huge bonus, basically, from just being completed. So we're going to join a dungeon. Now we're going to enter it, and we're going to see how far we level up. So we're at 71% EXP. Let's see how long it takes us. Obviously, dungeon wise, as you guys will probably know, yeah, it's depends on your dungeon, how long the dungeon's going to take. The mob density as well also matters, because mob density means more EXP. Mobs drop EXP, so there's a lot of factors that are still involved in evaluating whether dungeons are worth it. Another thing is dungeons do drop gear. Oh, there we go. Someone's declined that. But dungeons do still drop gear. Gear obviously assists you as well in leveling up. So there is a lot to, dungeons. It's not just the principle of okay, they've started the dungeon and their tank left, so that's very good. So we've lost out on a little bit of EXP. It's not the end of the world. Just bear in mind, I haven't played Death Knight in a while, so please do not judge my rotation or abilities. I am distinctly very rusty, but yeah. So mob density is a very important factor in evaluating just how much EXP a dungeon is going to give you. Dungeons do give a finishing bonus. Your random dungeon will give you another bonus. But questing is still far superior in my mind, even without factoring in world quests, gathering along the way. You do also get mobs as well. So it's a very difficult comparison. I think a lot of people enjoy dungeons because of the one-track mindedness of it, compared to the overarching kind of like requirements that are needed for when you are not questing. So that is something I think that is pretty cool for a lot of people. I think for me personally, I prefer questing. I think there's a lot of benefits to questing. You will do a lot of dungeoning for gear later on. So for me, dungeoning is not a personal preference for leveling, but some people are interested in it. But the real question is, how long does it take, and what is the actual comparative? So 3,000 EXP there, that's already pretty decent, but that is a boss. No gear as well, damn. But yeah, you can see here a large portion of that is from the rested EXP bonus. Now, questing predominantly doesn't rely on the rested EXP bonus, due to the fact that questing inherently doesn't always have mobs. So a large portion of questing's EXP comes upon the completion of the quest itself, whereas a dungeon like this, tends to rely a lot on the mobs that you face and the EXP that you get. So it is important. It is something that you are going to need to be aware of. But yeah, obviously the EXP gain is significant. You can see here we're gaining 500 per bird, already kind of pushing us up in terms of that EXP. It also depends on your party, and if you're running with friends. If you're not running with friends, you're going to get actually less EXP if you are not running a LFR dungeon. Sorry, a LFG dungeon. LFG dungeons have a EXP bonus. You can see that in that group bonus EXP calculation. And yeah, obviously a pretty, I want to say, significant component of that. It's not huge like the double EXP bonus, but it does count. 76 is quite substantial. And also, you get a bonus for completing the dungeon at the end only through LFG. So if you are doing this with friends, you will receive less EXP. However, you might be faster. So I can't really say. The best is probably just to run with 4 friends who are very, very good. And to not basically to pick up 1 more person for that EXP bonus. So yeah, that's pretty good stuff. This is just obviously a normal dungeon, so very, very, very straightforward, very simple content. But yeah, just be aware of those type of things when you are factoring in whether to do dungeons or whether to do questing for the overall, you know, kind of vibe, I guess. So yeah, that's it. I'm not going to run through the whole dungeon. What I'll do is I'm just going to basically cut back to when we are near the end of the dungeon so that we can compare what we started with to what we're going to finish with. So I'll see you in about 2 seconds, but in about 15 minutes. So we are around 12 minutes on from where we were, and yeah, we have leveled up. So we've got 12,000 EXP. We're 54,000 away from leveling up. So we've gained 66,000 in total in about 22 minutes, which isn't bad. We're going to get a large amount at the end of the dungeon as well. So we'll see what the total is, but there is a decent amount of EXP gain. The real thing is we've gained 66,000 total in about 20 minutes. In my previous video, or in my video where I discussed, I should say, by the way, this is not how you do this, boss. I'm just talking, so I'm being lazy. But in my previous video, we did gain significantly more in a shorter time. So we're at 75k. 75k plus 54k gives us 129,000 in the grand total space of 23 minutes. So 23 minutes for 129,000 EXP. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think dungeons are definitely obviously possible as a way to level. I think the big thing you have to consider is that I do have rested XP. So I currently have a rested EXP bonus, which obviously helps quite a bit considerably to dungeons and how they level you. But yeah, honestly, pretty decent. I think it's a pretty solid way to gain EXP. So yeah, but guys, of course, let me know what you think. Love to hear what you guys think is the best way of leveling. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Obviously, gear is also super important as well. But I do think World Quest is better. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.